through, big skid around, right? Okay, coming across center, brakes into reverse, full throttle backwards, back into drive, and then we're done. This is awesome.
There you go.
Yes, Lightning freaking rocks. Look at this.
Okay, that's great. You don't need any more than that.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what you want. Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video. Welcome to a snow course here at Copper Mountain that Nokian have kindly put together for us. And I thought we'd do actually a pretty interesting test. A Rivian R1T versus F-150 Lightning. This is sort of an impromptu put together, but talk about how each truck drives in a performance setting on slippery surfaces. They're both on brand new Nokian tires, of course, Hakkapeliittas. I'll walk you through the specs on each truck, and then we'll take each out and see how their character changes. It should be pretty interesting. I've been driving the Rivian a lot, as you know, but I haven't been driving the F-150 that much, so curious to see if you can even have fun in the snow with the Lightning. We'll have to find out. This is a Rivian R1T quad motor. That's going to become a big part here. Has the 135 kilowatt hour roughly gross battery pack, the large pack quad motor variant. It's on, let me show you over here, Nokian Hakkapeliitta 10 SUV studded tires. I do love having studded tires in Colorado. Some people find it's unnecessary. You don't have to get them. I personally love them. They've saved me more times than I can count, and just having that on ice is fun. Also, it's like your speeds can just be higher, and it's really great. So 4-motor system here, fully adjustable air suspension, large battery pack, and just awesome. The F-150 Lightning, also awesome. This one's an XLT trim. I actually don't know if it's a standard or long range. I haven't been in it yet. We'll take a look. Extended range, excuse me. But dual motor with a locking rear differential. We're going to see if we can engage that. So much more of a traditional electric drivetrain setup versus the 4-motor system. Just to give you a little hint of what I'm thinking here, the Rivian's been a little bit awkward to drive today. We've really had to dial in all the settings, really kind of change our driving style to adapt to what its motors want to do. And honestly, we got it, and it's a blast, and it's freaking awesome, and it's a relatively small truck. I would say the F-150 Lightning doesn't necessarily compete directly with the Rivian R1T, but they both are electric trucks, so I'd want to try those out. And it's not really a comparison between the two. We are going to do a little bit of a lap time just for fun, but the F-150 Lightning is not on studded tires. So don't take the lap times, too seriously. Let's talk about how they actually drive, the impressions of how they move around, which one's ultimately going to be the more fun one to kind of send around the Nokian tire track that they've built. So let's jump in the Lightning first, because that's what I'm most interested in. Send it, and then we'll take out the Rivian right after. You join us now inside the F-150 Lightning, and I feel like everyone's so far away. The cabin is huge.
Yeah, there's a ton of space compared to the Rivian.
We all knew that. They're different classes of trucks,
right?
Really. But let's see how much fun each one is. Now, no air suspension on this. Nothing really that kind of fun to think about. There are some drive modes. We are going to go into sport. Locking differential, yes. And then I'm going to push and hold for advanced track off. So we're going full sporty mode, full everything on, into drive. I don't know how fast we can go with the locking diff.
That's what we'll find out.
We'll find out here in a second. But it's been a while since I've been in a Lightning. And first of all, there's like no info on the screens here. 110 mile range at 74%. This has got to be a small battery one.
Yeah.
The standard situation. Truck info. Will it tell us anything? Pitch and roll power distribution. There we go. Cool. That'll be kind of interesting for you guys to take a look at. Let's go with some heat action here. There we go. And are we synced up? I think so. High and high. Nice. Great. So headlights on for safety. Steering wheel can come closer. And here we go in the Lightning. First go. Really icy back here. First of all, completely brake-by-wire. No ABS feel. And, this is just an ice patch here. But one thing about Lightning, which is funny, is just how much how slow the steering rack is.
Yes, yeah.
I think we'll go around the handling circuit, as we're calling it, first. See how it does. It's on fresh Nokians. So, power. It's got that. And rear diff still locked.
Still locked. That's
So,
good. We're
great.
not going to go much quicker than that.
That's about as fast as we're going to go here. And
that's understeer.
it feels way bigger than the Rivian.
Yeah, it does. Wider.
And just, the steering portion of it is, I almost can't tell if it's understeer or if it's just a slow steering
You
rack.
just need to steer more.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just not sure.
Yeah, how's steering feel?
There is none. Can't tell. It's got a huge steering wheel, first of all. So just getting a feel for the truck out here. I mean, we can, of course, slide it around, get the weight around. Whoa!
Can you bring it back?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why it was dinging at me. I should look. Oh, so maybe the rear diff relocked. So a couple things we'll be looking at here. In sport mode, we should feel power start to rotate the vehicle. And when we come too much across center, most electric cars, Tesla, others, e-tron, should send the power to the front axle.
Yep.
That way we can do big drifts. So let's first walk it through the slalom. There is some driveline control feeling from my side, traction control.
Yep.
With ESP fully off, advanced track as they call it. Gets pretty tight through here.
It's definitely not trying to help you turn.
Again, kind of hard to know if it's steering angle, but look at this, super fun. Seems to be staying out of our way for the most part. And we can do big skids.
Yes, we can.
Holy smokes, big skids. Yes,
Yes, it will drift.
absolutely. Look at that, even more power.
Nice.
This is awesome.
There you go.
Yes, Lightning freaking rocks. Look at this.
Okay, that's great. You don't need any more than that.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what you want. And we can come through here. You do have to tell it I'm trying to slide,
Yeah.
which
But
is
it
fine.
does seem to
pull
pull
it around a little bit, and just so good. So there, anytime you get a power, it seems to definitely give you more. Off throttle, super fun. Well, I think I got a pretty good feel for this thing. Feels good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
From the passenger seat anyway.
Yeah, so let's do a full course loop, and we'll get the timer out. Do you have your phone
Sure.
for a timer?
Yep.
Wow, I did not know you could have this kind of fun with the Lightning.
How about that?
Too much. And okay,
All right.
we're gonna hit every slalom cone. We're just gonna slow both trucks down.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Going for max speed here.
You really want to flick it.
Well, this is a lot bigger to flick, actually. Oh, no, nope. We saved it.
You're good. You're
We're good.
You're
We
so
didn't get it. We're just going very wide here. And of course, this is going to be a little bit of a tire differentiator. Okay, through these cones, what's the fastest way over to the other side? Probably a big skid.
Out into nothingness.
We're out in a different zip code over here. Come on, let's go. Okay, back to a full stop. Okay, and full power. And full brakes. Full power. Now time for the rally course. So we'll do the exact same thing with the Rivian, of course.
Okay.
Coming in, icy, icy, icy. Again, I think that's not understeer. It's got such a slow rack.
It's both, I think.
Maybe a little bit,
Yeah. Definitely a slow rack with no feel.
but I like how you can pull yourself out of a slide.
Definitely.
Does all the right things.
Confidence to really chuck it in. Yeah, it's just, if you get into an understeer, it's like
understeer, there's no cure.
just terminal understeer.
Okay, and this is not one we want terminal understeer in. Come on, that is definitely just front tire orientation. Power, full brakes. Come on, slow down. Okay, and we'll stop where we started. Wow, surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be.
Definitely.
And when we come to a stop, 2025.
202.59.
Wow, we got to do a big skid again. But holy smokes.
Absolutely.
It's definitely like, June has more fun than I thought Ford would allow it to be too.
For sure. Yeah.
I thought they'd
And
be
this
like,
is just,
no skids.
they're not calling this a drift mode or anything. This is just sport.
This is just sport with ESP kind of off. But look, no matter what, it feels like so front heavy.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
definitely.
just very pickup trucky.
Yep. Seems like the chassis naturally is more prone to understeer than the Rivian.
Yes. Drifting, sometimes you gotta touch the wall.
Right.
Do you think you can do a 360?
Any car.
Okay, we just need more speed.
Yeah, more speed. And try power on 360.
Okay, power on 360?
Yeah. Yeah. Stay there. Stay turned forward. Right.
Ooh.
It does that. So freaking fun. Come on, get around. Okay, that's probably the way to do it in this. Can't do that in the Rivian.
Right. It just puts the parking brake on.
It said something, drive mode not available, service advanced track. It was like, that was not possible what you just did. Cruise control fault system, blind spot system fault. That's amazing.
Car is not happy.
Every car today, I think, except for the Teslas, have thrown up some kind of
Sure.
extreme malfunction.
Yeah.
Alyssa's car went into full suspension malfunction, like fell down, and then
Oh, really?
needed a reset. Yeah.
It's just fear. You know,
there's
nothing
nothing
really
wrong.
happened.
It's just like the readings we got are not possible. All right, let's jump in the Rivian and see how that does in terms of this. Wow, that was a real
pretty darn
surprise.
good. Yeah, very surprised. Pleasantly surprised.
Man, I freaking like the Lightning. It says outside temperature low, plug-in vehicle.
What's the charge?
What happens if you don't plug it in?
Right. Yeah. It's got 60 more percent.
Yeah,
What
it doesn't need to be
you're
plugged
fine.
in.
What are you talking about?
All right, let's jump in the Rivian. Now you join me and Drew in the Rivian R1T, lower state of charge, but it doesn't matter. We're not getting much power to the ground.
Yeah.
Drew, you've selected this profile here: drift mode, ride in soft, regen in high, stability off, and suspension in high. Why did you select this?
Just after playing with all the settings, that's what allowed me to drive the car the way I wanted to. Basically, get it to do what I wanted it to do. So, higher suspension helped it roll a bit, because lower or standard suspension seemed just too stiff, too much anti-roll, basically, with the interlink
Yeah,
system.
so when you get weight over, it would push up against it.
Especially in the transitions, it just felt like it just went stiff and stopped the roll from happening, which you want.
Right, yeah.
Drift just gave it a bit better balance, I thought.
Great. Well, should be pretty fun. I agree. I've been driving it around. I think these settings are perfect for what we're doing here. It might actually be, we were just talking about this, slightly faster in rally mode.
Maybe.
But I think
close.
The truck, we're going for fun miles, not so much time. This is
Definitely
the fun setting.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, compared to the Lightning, just getting out of that, sort of summarize our thoughts, really feels understeery, front wheel drive biased.
Yes.
But like, you can do huge skids, which
Yep.
Ford's never really shown that thing doing massive skids.
I know. Yeah, it's a drift machine.
It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
We need to get that on like dry pavement. Just,
You could. You really could.
it's
I'm
amazing.
so surprised.
So that was hugely impressive. The thermals were great. The engine motor temperature stayed right in the middle, and battery right in the middle. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, for being just the standard battery pack,
Solid.
you don't need
Really
any more
solid.
than that.
No, that's awesome.
So here we have a bigger battery pack, a heavier truck actually.
Okay.
I would imagine.
What's the curb weight on that
I
one?
don't know what it is in the standard battery pack, but it's
Okay.
got to weigh significantly less than this battery.
Yeah.
But also a smaller truck. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is definitely more compact.
For sure. For sure.
And nicer steering wheel for working around. I like having the shifter here. We can get into all the software stuff, et cetera, but really liked the Lightning. So let's set a time in this. No need to explore it because I've already spent all day in it.
Yep.
And give us the countdown.
Cool. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, full speed ahead. So, going to be getting it through these cones sort of as quickly as possible. And because we're in drift mode, the Rivian does like to kind of slide around a little bit. But that's
That was
actually
actually
pretty good.
A lot cleaner.
That was clean and fast, I would say. And, you know, you can feel a little bit of the effect of the studded tires for sure.
I do.
And this is floored. So actually what's funny is the Lightning will do bigger skids. Did we come to a stop at the end of the slalom?
Yep,
Yes.
and then went.
Oh,
Oh, wait. At the end of the slalom?
Yeah.
No, here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you...
So we got to redo
so
it either way.
So we got to redo this one. But now we know what we're doing.
Okay, now we know what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, the Rivian definitely feels like more electronic nannies are cutting in, more than the Lightning, surprisingly.
Yeah, no, I have to agree.
And I actually expected the opposite. I thought the Lightning, you know, as soon as you get some angle on, would say, oh, actually, like, you're not allowed to do
Oh,
that.
it's more free. Yeah, absolutely.
And so when I guess the best way to equate is every time I do something in this, I'm like asking the truck, hey, can you do it?
Right.
Rather than it just doing it.
Yep, yep.
All right, let's do another countdown.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's trying. Okay, through the solid. We'll try and make it as clean as possible. Close to the cones.
Definitely narrower.
Did we nail this cone?
Yeah, we hit that one.
Okay.
You hit it again.
Hit
You sent it flying.
For good measure. We definitely got a little bit more angle than I was looking for on the exit here. Slippery, slippery, slippery. And come to a stop. Full brakes. Full throttle. You can hear it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep.
Trying to put the power down. Come on, come on, come on, come
More
on,
stuff.
man. Better ABS in the F-150.
This is screaming.
Yeah, what you really want in a surface like this, especially drift or something like that, you really want the thing to actually kind of lock up a bit. And the Lightning got it.
Yep.
So no matter what we do here, I mean, it's just
Straight ice.
so slow, even with the studs.
Yeah.
How cool of Nokian to build this track, though.
That's awesome.
Okay, come on, keep it clean, power.
Yeah, you can do this sort of like oversteer, understeer, swap. Gets a little awkward sometimes.
Yeah, but this definitely doesn't have the terminal understeer that the Lightning has. And I can get through there so much faster.
Definitely.
Because A, the truck's smaller.
Yep.
And I know when I put my foot down kind of what is going to happen-ish.
Yep.
So here we go, full beans, full brakes. Oh my goodness. Turn, power. Full power. Coming in for the finish.
Nicely
Ready?
done.
And when we come to a stop, we're stopping sideways.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So 156. Yeah, so that's like 5 seconds faster.
There's things that I like about both, though.
Totally. I know. This needs some tuning work with the motor.
Definitely.
Mhm.
It's been that way, though, since launch. Right? Every time we've gotten in a Rivian, it's always been good, but not perfect. And it's always the four motors that let it down.
I have to say, the way that you can pull yourself straight with the F-150 is like a safety thing.
Yeah, should we demonstrate that here?
The way that Rivian just will spin.
Well, at least in this mode.
At least in this mode,
I think we should
you're right.
also try all-purpose.
Sure.
Or actually, we'll do sport mode to sport mode. We'll
Sure,
try it
sure.
all. So in drift mode, this is Drew and I's problem. So basically, the vehicle gets sideways.
Yep.
You're at max lock.
Very sideways.
And there's nothing you can do to stop the car. If you lift off, you're spinning.
And if you add more throttle, you're still spinning.
You're spinning.
Yeah.
What Tesla does, what Audi does, we found what actually BMW xDrive does, is when you're in that situation, when you come across center, as you come across center, especially very aggressively, it goes, oh crap, let's shift the power forwards.
Yep.
And that's a great way for you to do these neutral steer skids, which is how things should be tuned for. So if we start getting the Rivian really sideways as an example, and so just this lag or delay or this, I guess you end up fully. So here, right? We're spinning.
Yep. Exactly.
We should be going the other way.
Exactly.
There's no reason why we should have spun.
Yep.
And we would not have spun in the Lightning.
No. Nope.
All right,
Absolutely.
so let's try the truck sport mode. Stability off.
Yeah,
I'm getting myself cursed.
I tried this earlier.
Yeah.
And it seemed pretty limiting.
Doesn't do anything.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It just
So too much.
doesn't give you power.
Let's go that way, and we've spun.
Right. Yeah. That's not fantastic. All purpose. Yep. Sure. So this would be your just standard mode that anybody would put it into.
This is normal.
Yep, yep.
I mean, with ESP off, of course.
Right.
To allow it to sort of get into this situation. So here it doesn't even allow much oversteer. So here's neutral steer. We gotta come out of it. Oh! Here we are. Letting it get far. Hard power to the right. Nope. Still should send power up.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Rivian, you really got to work on this stuff. Like, just drive any other of these cars and match what they do.
Now, I mean, to be honest, I mean, this is a fairly low percentage situation, right? You know, very rarely are you going to be that crossed up, and is the driver going to have the wherewithal in that situation to actually hit the throttle?
Right. It's not a natural reaction, I guess.
It's not a natural reaction.
But it's also like every existing automaker, even Tesla, does that.
Sure. And like gas engine all-wheel drive systems, you know, which are ubiquitous. So, yeah.
But we also have figured out a way to get the Rivian to do 360s.
Yes.
So let's include that in this video, which would be, the problem is with the Rivian, when you come across 180 degrees, it just freaks out and puts the truck in park. And so we were like, oh, it doesn't let you do any big skids.
Right.
But actually, we found a way. So let me show you the problem. So we come through here, big power, turn all the way, and then watch the gauges as we come across. It tries to apply power. See that? It's applying...
It was spinning the wheels.
It was applying so much creep torque.
So basically, when you got basically 90 degrees,
yeah,
you were off the throttle.
Off completely.
And it was spinning the wheels.
You can watch the power gauge go up.
Wow.
I haven't actually seen that aggressive of behavior before. Normally what happens is it puts the truck in park.
Right.
Full turn. As soon as we get backwards, watch. It puts itself into park, and it says slowing to park, keep holding P, and it just said, nope, I'm putting myself in park. So you can do a lot of drifting with a Rivian, but as soon as you spin it, it just puts everything in park and shuts down the fun.
Right.
Because it freaks out. But what we have figured out how to do, and you have to be pretty good with your timing on this, is as soon as you come across center, you got to go brakes, put the thing in reverse, and then you can power the front around backwards.
And then back into drive.
Yes. So let me demonstrate this for our viewers. So we can come through, big skid around, right? Okay, coming across center, brakes, into reverse, full throttle backwards, back into drive, and then we're done. Why is that a thing? All these people here leaving the ski mountain are like, what did I just watch happen? Yeah. But that's where I wanted the front axle to pull us out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I actually think dynamically, Lightning takes the cake.
Yeah, yeah. In this situation, surprisingly, that's a more natural car to drive.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Wow. So at the end of the day, I think the Rivian certainly is more nimble. I like the suspension. I like the brake pedal feel better here. I like the size.
Yeah, I like the size of the truck.
But in terms of drivetrain control, which is what we were doing, it also says park brake performance. What did it say? Reduced on steep grades.
Huh.
Pretty sure we're flat.
Interesting.
Okay. Anyway.
Did you wear your parking shoes out? It's not how these work.
Yeah. Anyway, Lightning. You know, in terms of like how Ford engineered the powertrain.
Yeah. Really good.
And they gave it a real locking diff.
Yeah.
Which is something this needs.
Stayed active throughout our lap.
So I noticed it going orange and gray.
Oh, okay.
So I think what was happening was it was saying I'll lock at any point possible.
Okay.
Which is cool with me.
Sure. Yeah. Bottom line, it felt very natural.
Wow. Lightning beats Rivian. Rivian, you really got to work on powertrain control. Holy smokes. It's not bad, but...
Yep. Could take tweaking.
Right? I just wish I could just lock axles.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video. See you on another one soon. Actually, Alyssa, what do you think?
Well, my hand kind of tells it all right now. My grip is straight. There's like a line where been gripping for my life over here doing this 360s. Yeah, I was totally impressed by the Lightning.
Yeah.
I thought this would have smoked it, but definitely did not.
Actually, me too, going into it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is, I was like,
Yeah.
the studded tires on the Rivian, everyone's going to be like, oh, of course it won.
Sure.
But no, Lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning.
Now that would be interesting. Come back, same exact tires.
Yes.
Because it's actually close. Yep.
Yeah, I would say almost no difference at that point. I think at least a portion of those 5 seconds go to the studs for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Crazy. Nice job, Ford. See y'all.